The red, white, blue, flying way up high, and we stand and salute to the ones that fight, and we don't give a damn if you don't like this American pride.
Everybody's so creative. See how that looks like we probably wasn't supposed to do that? But we did. There's no other reason you would do it that way. See how it looks like you probably wouldn't want to see that? But you're seeing it here. See how beautiful that looks? It looks picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. That's how it's supposed to be.
We voted against Trump in 2020, and where has that gotten us? Our rights are being stripped away, and all POTUS is saying is, oh, well, better re-elect me, tee-hee. It's even worse for the worstly impacted peoples and the modern colonies, and even non-citizens across the fucking ocean. Our basic rights to our own bodies were stripped away, and Biden fucking gave money away. Mind you, to a country that gives free healthcare to its citizens on top of the humanitarian offenses they are and continue to perpetuate. He's using them as a cat toy to waggle in front of us. How are you not seeing this? He's not doing shit about anything else when it's his job, his role, to help us. We are in the situation we're in under your precious little blue boy, and Project 2025 is already underway to what I understand of it. But it's so impossible to do your part in helping yourself and others by voting for someone who has actually actionable plans and actually wants to help us. If it gets worse, which it will under either one of these fuckers, the blame won't be on us who've been screaming at you that we cannot survive any longer. It will be on you people who choose ignorant complacency with a situation worse than centuries past prior to literal and far more radical revolutions. I fear those options, and that and my humanity are why I choose Sherman Blue Bear 2024 over and over your shit and out.
American workers own this nation. We are not renters. We are not tenants. But the corporate elite treat us like squatters, and that is a crime. We've got to fix it. Under our current system, massive companies like Amazon, Uber, Lyft, and Walmart take zero responsibilities for the workers they employ. These companies offer no real health insurance, no retirement benefits, no paid leave, relying on underfunded public assistance. And who foots the bill? The individual taxpayer. The biggest recipients of welfare in this country are corporations, and this is real corruption. We must put workers first. What could be more important to the security of our nation than a long-term investment in the American worker? Today, corporate vultures buy up companies like Yellow Freight with the intent of driving them into bankruptcy and feasting on their remains. The courts leave workers begging for crumbs as third-tier creditors. Since the end of the pandemic, when was the last time you heard major news outlets regularly refer to workers as essential? You haven't. The men and women who provide goods and services, deliver packages, stock grocery shelves, care for patients, pick up your trash, and keep our communities safe are taken for granted. All the while, the stock market boomed, housing prices hit record highs, and corporate salaries skyrocket. But the income of everyday Americans are shrinking in the face of inflation. At the gas pumps, at the grocery store, with the electrical bill, and with the car insurance. This has got to change. I challenge each and every one of you, and especially my friends on the Democratic side, to embrace cooperation, to truly collaborate, to achieve meaningful and productive change. Because I have the protection of a union contract that gives me the freedom to speak my mind and to fight like hell. God bless the greatest nation. Thank you very much.
Gaza has gas, Sudan has gold.
It's all gonna be safe, and we're all gonna have a great time. What in the Jesus Christ was that?
القدس وعكا نحن إلى يافا في غزة نحن وقلب جنين الواحد منا يزهر آلافا.
The red, white, blue flying way up high, and we stand and salute to the ones that fight, and we don't give a damn if you don't like this American pride, American pride.
I wanted to respond to this video, but TikTok would not let me do what I wanted to do, so I'm doing this instead. They are linked. So I went to usaspending.gov and found that in the required budgets of everything, there is $6 trillion in defense and essentially nothing in anything else. 6 trillion. That's a million times 10 and 6 of them. And there's all these millions or whatever for buying boats and building boats and buying planes and building planes or jets or whatever aviation things they're doing. What are we defending from? There is no war that I'm aware of, no actual war. And I know I can't be the only one who doesn't count funding genocide and terroristic organizations as defending the country. Didn't we pull out of Afghanistan? What is there to defend from? Why do we have all these bases on every other fucking country? What is the point? What are we defending from? There is no, giant world war that would, in my mind, justify this sort of spending. So what is the point if you're not going to take care of the vets, or put it into education, or homelessness, or healthcare, or just taking care of the people? What's the point?
We need to discuss an immediate emerging problem. Our politicians are failing to meet military recruitment goals, and now they're considering auto-enrolling your children into service. The House passes defense bill automatically registering men 18 to 26 for the draft. Instead of respecting our values, they're trying to push a national service mandate. This means using a federal database to automatically register your children for the draft. Only 23% of young people qualify for the military. Despite a financial unstable job market, young people aren't willing to die to make rich people richer. Our elected officials should represent us and not force us into service. They claim that this will streamline the process and cut costs, but at what cost? Your freedom? This year's military recruitment is the lowest it's been since 1940, and their solution is to take away your choice. I'm running on a platform of peace. For anybody that doesn't know me, my name is Jasmine Sherman. I'm running for president in the 2024 election, and my running mate is Tanda Bluebear. I will close down all 800 bases abroad that are currently draining our tax dollars. It's not keeping Americans any safer. It's allowing us to maintain and sustain a proxy war business, a business that when I'm elected, I would be shutting down. We need to stand up for our rights. If you believe in personal freedom and oppose forced military service, support me and Tanda Bluebear in the upcoming election for President of the United States. It is time to make sure that you have elected officials that work for you, not elected officials that gather in the middle of the night and pass legislation to take your children out of your homes. Peace, love, and hair grease. Vote Sherman Bluebear in 2024.
I feel like you're abusing me. All of those lies get into my head. Lo and behold, you were using me. If I'm being honest, to stay for the head. If I'm being
this question a lot, and I appreciate that you guys are asking me questions like these, and this is not any shade to the original commenter. Don't bother them. Don't bother people who leave comments like this in my comment section. But I want to go ahead and address the situation firsthand. If you are someone that is struggling to decide between the dude who is currently committing genocide and the dude who is eagerly anticipating committing genocide, and Jasmine Sherman who wants to give you your universal basic needs, don't vote for me. If you are so comfortable in the living situation that you are accustomed to being in, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, you have lived through them both. If you still can't decide that you want to do something different, don't vote for me. My campaign is only for people that actually want change. It is only for people that are tired of oppressing others and tired of being oppressed. My campaign is not for someone that just wants to show up on voting day and be done with it. It is an actual revolutionary movement that takes actual labor, work, and dollars. It is not a campaign where I'm going to have time to hold your hand this whole election. I don't. I'm very busy running for president. If you are someone that cannot...
Frustrating because it's our quality of life. The one life that we are put on this earth to live is in the hands of these fucking leeches.
Vote Sherman in 2024. No controversies. Ballot access in almost all 50 states. Yes to guaranteed housing, universal health care, free education, and universal basic income. Peace, love, and hair grease. And stay controversy free. I do.
look at me now, I'm just so proud. But I took the road. I had to let go. I've been alone.
Yo, Jasmine Sherman, me postulo per presidenta, esto es real. En 2024 ver el nombre de Jasmine Sherman debajo de la lista de candidatos presidenciales y podrá votar por mí. Podrá votar por vivienda garantizada, atención médica universal con cobertura de medicamentos recetados al 100%, universidad gratuita, cancelación de deudas estudiantiles, inmigración fácil y más. Cuando voten por mí en noviembre 2024, eso es por lo que votarán un Estados Unidos que es grandioso para todos nosotros. No importa lo que produzca, su valor será reconocido. Esta es una voz en off en español de un video anclado en tu cuenta usando un programa de traducción Mi voz es real. There's some things with the ship that ain't going well. Matter of fact, this old ship, it ain't doing fine. There would be some changes if this vessel it were mine. Nothing unrealistic or too drastic or severe.
Sarcasm.
Just some subtle tweaks to improve the atmosphere. Instead of great big debts, let's give our people wealth. We've already got the money, it's sailing across the depths. Nothing's wrong with seeing to everybody's health. I'd reduce these tragedies, see that everyone's well. Infant and partner mortality and disease we could have ridden with ease. No more ration to your livelihood. You got one life and you deserve for it to be good. There's some things with the ship that ain't going well. Matter of fact, this old ship, it ain't doing fine. There would be some changes if this vessel it were mine. Nothing unrealistic or too drastic or severe.
Sarcasm.
Just some subtle tweaks to improve the atmosphere. Let's see, I'd give everyone some water, do away with lead in pipes, replace them with clean water so each and all can thrive. No one on board would miss a single drop. We all need the stuff to live, and so it should come stocked. There's some things with the ship that ain't going well. Matter of fact, this old ship, it ain't doing fine. There would be some changes if this vessel it were mine. Nothing unrealistic or too drastic or severe.
Sarcasm.
Just some subtle tweaks to improve the atmosphere. And I'd raise the taxes of the ultra-wealthy to give the minorities their late due. Let them have decent food and walking paths, 'cause it's no help to need to have to sue. And no, this wouldn't raise your taxes, you'd be doing well. It'd actually lower down a monthly bill for your food and gas. No mortgage rent, so you'd never drown. Here's the thing wrong with the ship. It costs more for private health care, so instead of what you need in proper care, you're paying for some idiots to tell your doctor no, and inflate the prices just to watch their own pockets grow. Now the ship's got money for it, but they're using it for bombs. With me as captain, we'd never commit this wrong. There's some things with the ship that ain't going well. Matter of fact, this old ship, it ain't doing fine. There would be some changes if this vessel it were mine. Nothing unrealistic or too drastic or severe.
Sarcasm.
Just some subtle tweaks to improve the atmosphere. In fact, I'd call our soldiers home and not practice imperialism. There'd be no one going overseas to incite stabilization. And I'd honor our founders with taxation and representation. I'd listen to where you'd like your taxes to go and include the indigenous and Hawaiian voices too. But we can't also forget the modern territories, because that just wouldn't do. Wouldn't speak to freedom, liberty, or peace if they were continually let go to fend for themselves with nothing in resources, but to keep the blame for all outside forces. There's some things with the ship that ain't going well. Matter of fact, this old ship, it ain't doing fine. There would be some changes if this vessel it were mine. Nothing unrealistic or too drastic or severe.
Sarcasm.
Just some subtle tweaks to improve the atmosphere. Take the environment. We're dying with it. I'd take precautions and green action to fix this catastrophe and make the responsible companies pay for their atrocities. They wouldn't be able to abuse their workers either. Unions are the minimum. We'd lead the world again, just this ship and me. But not all alone. I'd rebargain the treaties, and foreign countries wouldn't have to see us as enemies. Doesn't that sound nice? Take my advice. Vote Jasmine Sherman in the fall. Why don't you come and sail with me? It's nothing unrealistic, all doable with ease. I just need to be the captain to bring you felicity. I'm on most state ballots and write-ins are easy. I'm one of you and actually care. These octogenarians don't make me queasy. So I'll say it again, they're silencing me just because, I confess, I've lived too long on this poop deck. It's time we reset. Look me up and vote me in. My plan is clear and easy. Please allow me to bring our people's felicity.